Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of the Shotgun Blue cast. I'm Carnage, also known as Scotty, and I'm here with Hussein, otherwise known as Longshot.
Peace.
Hello.
Hi Scotty, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, good. So what have you been up to this week? What have you been playing?
Oh, a bunch of different stuff, man. I don't know if you remember in our first podcast, for all our listeners out there, I'm sure who've been keeping up regular with our shows. I was talking about Mafia 2, and they didn't have an update for it, so they just released a new update that's apparently fixed a lot of the bugs. So I started playing Mafia 3 there again, because I was like, there's all these people were complaining about all these bugs, and it was looking jittery, it looked worse. And all this stuff was like, it looks fine. I don't know what I mean. And then I started playing Mafia 3 because I completed 2, and I was like, what the hell? It looked just disgusting looking. So, but yeah, they've done a new update now, so now it looks class. So, playing about that. I was playing a bit of Deep Rock Galactic with yourself.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah, like really, like strange. I didn't think it would be. I was like, when I first played it by myself, like, because I was playing it just by myself before you got it, and I was like, it's all right. And then as soon as it was 2 of us on, I was like, yes, lad, this is.
I think it's one of those games where the more people you get on playing, the better it is.
Yeah,
because especially that each player on it has a different class. Because you were the scout, so you had the wee thingies. So you did whatever you call them. What was it? Lights.
Like a zip line or something.
And you had a zip line as well. Yeah.
But
you had those light things, and then I had the 2 drill hands.
Yes, they were great. They were
faster.
And that flamethrower.
Yeah, the flamethrower was awesome.
Yeah.
But then you have the gunner on top of that with the huge old painless style minigun.
I like them. I love that bounce as well. Oh,
yeah.
It reminds me of the the dudes from Lord of the Rings. Oh, Ranger.
Ranger.
Give me some more stuff in there, mine. Obviously, it was better band than that, but yeah.
And then the other class was the engineer, who has those platforms. That would have been excellent to have. Because all we were doing was trying to drill steps up constantly.
You were drilling steps.
I did that. I was drilling steps and getting lost in walls.
And then we got absolutely caned.
Yeah.
That bit when you were drilling, anyway, sure. Whenever you were drilling up and I was behind you shooting was good. But yeah, check it out. It's good. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
So playing with that. And then I've just been doing a bit of. I've been trying to complete some games I hadn't completed. So DayZ, I was trying to. Not DayZ. What's it called? He's Gone. Yeah, trying to complete because I got so far on it, so I was trying to finish that off. And Death Stranded, I went back to. Which I kind of got. Did you play Death Stranded? Did you?
No, never played it.
Like, it is good, but it is just you walk to a place and then you go to another place, and then there's a shit video of some guy talking, which you're not really interested in. And then he gives you another mission to walk somewhere else, and you're like, here we go. So that was me. That's been my week in the gaming world. What about you, Scotty? What have you been playing?
Well, I was playing that game with you, and then what else did I do? Oh yeah, well, I've still been playing Shadow of War. I'm on 60% complete now on it. So
nice.
I'm getting there now.
You go for the whole trophy run, are you? Are you trying to get all the achievements and stuff?
I'm not particularly but at the same time, I do just collecting stuff, and especially if I see a shield of memory or something, is nearby, I'm just gonna go off and try to get that.
Shield of memory.
Yeah. A Shelob memory.
Oh, Shelob memory.
Yeah.
Shield of memory. Sexy Shelob. That's how you're getting.
Shelob. I know.
That's how you're putting 60% in there already.
But it's weird because when you pick up those memories, it's like a second of a memory. So then when you collect them all, then you get the memory.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, and nice. You have it's like a wee puzzle as well, because you pick it up and then you've got to rotate. It's all like shattered glass, and then you rotate this around until it forms an image, and that's how you get.
That's pretty cool.
So it's a good gimmick.
It's a bit like I wonder if Breath of the Wild, maybe after or before, but I wonder if they kind of ripped it off. Do you ever play Breath of the Wild on the Switch?
Oh, on thingy? Yeah.
Like the way you had to go and chase to find the the memories of what kind of happened.
Aye.
Yeah, I loved all that stuff. It was pretty cool. It was good.
What else have I been playing? Oh, I played that Talk Coffee. So the new game on Xbox Gold. Oh, it's horrible.
The new game. As a kid, yeah. Tell me about your experience saving copy there, Scotty.
So you go in. There's like a million words of dialogue, so as before you actually get in even to, but it explains to you. So it's set in a world. I didn't really get the full gist. I kind of stopped when I realized that there was like dwarves and orcs and elves around. I was like, oh, is this not set in Seattle? What's going on here? And then I read a bit, and it said, yes, they were coming out of the trees. Like, what? What the fuck did I miss here?
Seattle, that's to be expected.
So who knows? I don't really know what happened, but there's all those guys here. So basically, you run or work in this coffee shop, and there's a shitload of talking. Like, they just keep on talking, and I don't really know if it actually leads to anything, but it just seems like you're eavesdropping in on private conversations the entire time. And then eventually they order drinks, and that's what I was interested in. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make some drinks, get some fucking drinks on the go. So this guy goes like, I want something like really bitter, and I want some latte art. I was like, yo, what? What the fuck? What's better than latte art? Man, this is coming from someone. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. I don't go to Starbucks. I don't do any of that. So I went to it anyway.
You were living the life you've always wanted to. Is that what you're telling me?
So I went to it anyway. I could be a normal person around hot drinks. But like, yeah. So like I went in. I started looking down the menu and everything. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's better. What the fuck are they talking about? And then I finally caught on that like it says these tiny wee descriptions below like all these different drinks in a different menu on your phone. So it was like, all right, okay, right. So I checked through that there, and it was like, okay, you can just have like a cappuccino. That's better and has a fucking bit of milk on the top, but I can do some art. And then so it gets to it, and you make the thing, it comes out, and then you have this option to do like art on it. And of course, being a full-grown man and not a young whip of a boy, I drew a cock in it.
Of course you did.
And that's what I coined the phrase to myself, the world famous Seattle cock cappuccino.
Did he comment on it? Did he give you a rating?
He went, oh, you call this art? Yeah, fucking do. Get the fuck out of my store.
He will be back.
Then he bitched about his girlfriend for a bit, and I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, skip."
He still stood there after you gave him the coffee. He still stuck around.
Yeah,
he wanted to hear your input.
On the whole first day of it, I only got to make 3 drinks, and there was like, see if you sat and read like all the text, like you would have been there a good, I'd say, 30 minutes, just like reading and reading and reading.
Oh, is it not voice acted?
Nope. All reading. Yeah, it's all like, speech bubbles. You come up and you're just like, nope, not gonna do this. I'm not gonna read it all. It's definitely for someone that likes all fucking
reading,
drama and shit and casual games. It's all that there. If it was just for making coffee and stuff like that there, and whipping them out and getting rated, I might be there for that.
You like the coffee making. You love the deck drawings, but the conversations were for you.
No.
2 out of 10.
In quarantine, I've learned that the best way forward in life is just not to talk to anyone anymore.
Get out of social distance from these people.
Yeah, I just don't want to. Apart from that, I played Apex. Again,
nice.
as I always do. I played another level in the PPE in that, which is pretty cool. You got all these weapons and stuff, and got the snipe stuff and all.
Cool.
Yeah, it was good. Did I play anything else? Oh, I did. I played FTL again. I went back to FTL.
What's FTL again? Is that Faster Than Light?
Yeah, Faster Than Light. Fantastic game.
Oh, cool.
So we'll have to actually see once I work out like how to stream off the MacBook. Like I could do a stream off it, and each of us can take control, like of like a crew member, like on that.
Okay. Like,
no, I'm saying like I could control them, but you could all just watch the stream, and then you control it through me. So when we're
that sounds cool, man.
We could do that because it's a good
game. What is Faster Than Light, just for the viewers at home?
Oh, so Faster Than Light was a game out quite a while ago now. It's a top-down strategy game where you're just on board your ship. You're basically trying to get a message from point A to point B without the I can't even remember what they're called. Let's call them Rebellion. No, not the Rebellion. Sorry, your Rebellion. The Empire. Let's call them the Empire. It's like Star Wars. Yeah, it's just without them catching you. So you're like this thing's constantly coming after you the entire time, whereas you're skipping, from bit to bit, like on that map that you're on, trying to do different deeds and stuff, and pick up different attachments, pick up new crew members, buy new equipment, make your basically to make your ship as good as possible, because when you do get to the very end, this massive ship like of the Empire, catches you, and you've got to defeat it.
Oh, nice. It sounds. Do you think?
I'm terrible at the game.
I mean, I know.
Terrible at the game, but it is one of my favorite games. It's fantastic.
Do you think Ryan Johnson maybe played that before when they were coming up for the idea for The Last Jedi? Yeah, nobody's played this Faster Than Light game. I'll just say the story might be pretty good.
I think someone should just buy the rights to Faster Than Light and just make a film about it. just make it better than Star Wars.
I hate when those ships are just out of range. Speaking of Star Wars, I guess, and Apex, do you want to talk about
news on both?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the EA conference or the Cringe Fest 2020, as I'm calling it?
Yeah. So EA's conference was for us, we're recording this last night. Apex Legends announced a few things. They announced that it was coming to the Switch. Like the thing that annoys me with the Switch is because everyone I know that has a Switch has another console. So
yeah.
So if you play it, you're going to play it on your PlayStation or your Xbox probably. But it's also coming to Steam, and a load of games are coming to Steam.
Oh, I see that, yeah. EA's kind of rolling out the show for Steam, aren't they?
They really should have. They should have a long time ago. Their service just, it's nowhere near as popular as Steam. It'll be better for them, and it's better for just the community in general.
Yeah.
So it is. But yeah, so it's heading to the Switch and Steam. But the thing that intrigued me the most was that it's going full cross-play.
Yes, seen that.
Yep. So,
now, are you worried though? Because some people get worried about this first-person shooters if you're playing with a guy on PC and mouse and keyboard.
They annihilate you. So what I'm hoping is that you can just cut that out.
I'm not playing with you. I'm playing with you.
I don't want to play PC, guys, but you can do that. Like there are some games. I think actually, Thingy's one of them. Call of Duty. I think you can turn off playing against PC guys.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think I've seen that.
So I think that would be a good option because PC, anyone that's decent on a PC at any first-person shooter is going to win. So they are.
Yeah. They're just annihilate you.
Yeah, they're far better. It's far easier. So it is all.
Like those boys doing them trick shots and all. I've seen them and they're like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's shit.
I
can barely run a straight line.
Another one that was coming to Steam is The Sims 4. It's coming to Steam there. It's been out forever.
Do you want to talk about how cringy that Sims thing was? It was one of the cringiest things I've ever seen. And the thing that annoyed me about the whole EA thing, it was clear that because they did the same thing with the place, when they get like a load of devs who just are normally just sat in front of a computer and now they have to talk, and they're clearly just reading off a teleprompter.
Yes.
Like absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
Don't mess this up. Don't say the wrong thing.
you think they rehearse it that much that they would actually know, especially that it's their thing, so they would know about it. Well,
I seriously give a fucking camera on you there. People go.
EA managed to announce like a few things. I thought that It Takes Two looked a bit interesting. It might be good.
Was that the one from that dude, the Madman guy? He's like, fuck the Oscars. That guy now. Was it him?
Was it him? I can't remember now. I remember the footage of the game.
Was it there was one that was stopped?
It's from it's a completely co-op thing. I like games that are made as co-op because they did Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, and A Way Out.
Yeah, it was that guy. Yeah, that Madman.
That was that one. Yes.
Made movies now, make games.
But like, oh, he did. In fact, he said, this will blow your fucking mind away.
I don't think it will, but I like it.
But yeah, so it's scheduled release in 21. They also announced Lost in Random.
Yeah, I thought this looked class.
Yeah. It looked very different.
Yeah.
So I did with it.
But like both those games, I'm not like, wow, I'm really gonna play them.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
If it comes on Game Pass or something, we're like, oh yeah, I'll play
that. Once it's free after the comes to Game Pass, I'll definitely play
it. Rocket Arena had like an announcement that
the Fortnite, EA's Fortnite.
Basically, gets released on July 14th. If you fancy playing that, the main thing that I was interested in, like all going into this thing, was just seeing more about Star Wars Squadrons. If you don't know about Star Wars Squadrons, because it was part of the news this week anyway, because it got announced earlier on in the week. Hold on, I'll go a bit about it here. So Star Wars Squadrons coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It'll be able to play on VR on the PS4 and PC. This is something that I've been dying for ever since that basically what we'll call demo of VR on was it Battlefront? I think it was Battlefront.
The first one.
Yeah, where you took control X-Wing, and it was just awesome playing that. A whole game of that is just great.
Dude, we were ahead of the curve. Remember our first podcast? We talked about this. We were like, put this in as a whole game. Why'd they do it as a whole game? Somebody at EA is watching. They've been listening to us. They've heard our complaints.
So as we're saying, like it's a first-person space dogfighter set after the events of Return of the Jedi. Squadrons will have a single-player mode that follows two pilots from the New Republic and Galactic Empire. There will be a multiplayer mode to take on the form of 5v5 battles, which will be fucking awesome as well in VR. Yeah. So I can't wait for it. It was the best thing by far. That I thought like it got announced. They had montage trailers of Madden and FIFA.
The other thing about that Star Wars, I don't know if you've heard, but they're gonna. Well, so they're saying there's gonna be no microtransactions, and I heard it's also gonna be released for $40.
Really?
In America, yeah. So like they're like budget prices and no microtransactions. So, I don't know. I heard some people saying maybe it's because there's a transition going on at Disney at the moment. With Bob Iger's leaving and there's a new guy coming in. Mm-hmm. So maybe EA they don't want any backlash because this new guy's coming in. They might go, "Here, we're going to take that away from you because you're too controversial." Do you know what I mean? Because I think their license agreement's kind of run out.
That's
could be a thing. But it does look good. It looks amazing. If just being able to play the whole game in VR is just
I can't wait for it. So it's got to be fantastic.
It's out soon as well, August as well. I heard.
Yeah, because that's two VR games that I'm really looking forward to play. Like the Iron Man one doesn't look that good, but I know fine rightly that once I get into it, I'm going to absolutely love it because I loved that tiny like Spider-Man one they did, and it was crap, but I absolutely loved it. So I know fine rightly I'm going to sit and play away at the Iron Man one.
You know, while wearing a suit. Get the old Tony Stark experience.
So, talking about the big events, a few days before that, there was Pokemon Presents, which everyone knew there was going to be some announcements at. Their first big announcement, because I'm pretty sure you and me don't care about it, is Pokemon Go is getting Mega Evolution. Ishihara, CEO of the Pokemon Company, promised that this new take on Mega Evolution will be enhanced by Pokemon Go's unique gameplay. It would have to be because Pokemon Go is nothing like any of the Pokemon games. So, like anything to do with it has to be different. Mega Evolution for yourself, because I play the games and you don't, is basically it's a power up. It's a temporary power up. For some Pokemon can Mega Evolve and get a different form and have more power. Yeah. So I think they're releasing them as more different Pokemon instead of that there. I don't know. The other thing was Pokemon Cafe Mix. Now this is something else that I will never play. It's a free.
Are you sure? I don't know. I hear you love coffee games. It's a free
it's a free puzzle game. It's coming to the mobile and Switch. It very much looks like a kid's game to me. Like, there could be other guys people out there that just will love this. It's a different sort of animation style to it. I think you like hire Pokemon or something, and each of them has different abilities to help you do stuff. I think in the trailer I saw Charmander cook some coffee or something. Yeah.
He was cooking anyway.
Another one that was I think that this the next one's a great idea. Again, it's not for us unless you don't know how to brush your teeth. so it's
maybe it is.
It's a toothbrushing app called Pokemon Smile. So it just encourages kids to brush their teeth, which I think is a great idea. It's a great idea. It's the same with Pokemon Go. When it came out, that's a good idea. For kids that don't like going outside, they can go out and walk about, so they can. But the biggest announcement for me at the entire thing was Pokemon Snap. So Pokemon Snap got announced. It used to be, if anyone remembers, it was on the N64. It was a game that you took pictures of Pokemon. The premise sounds crap, but it was ridiculously playable and such a good game. So I was trying to explain this to my wife, which was just like, what? I was like, you just take pictures of them? Like, yes, you take pictures of them. I was like, but you do different things.
Are they revealing pictures there?
You threw like those different things at them and everything, and then did different stuff, and you took pictures of them.
Strap on. Stick on this leather corset, Pikachu. Let's go to town.
The game's currently in development by Bandai Namco, and the trailer confirmed that Pokemon from multiple generations will appear in the game. So,
cool.
There was another few bits of just Pokemon news I had while I was on this area. So Pokemon Sword and Shield, their first DLC came out this week.
Oh, cool! Yeah, I remember you saying they got the whole all those Pokemon that everybody was raging about. They're all back.
Oh, some of them. So the Isle of Armor is the first DLC. So it's got released. It's a brand new area. But what did get discovered was that there's going to be what's the term I'm looking for? Level scaling. So because there's people that have been playing this game solidly, their Pokemon are all up to level 100 and everything, and the new area would be no challenge whatsoever. So there's level scaling to even that out. So when you enter the area, it is going to be a challenge for you, as there's no point.
They didn't have that already.
Well, not for the entire game. The entire game's set out that you only certain areas are unlocked. When you get to that past that guy, and to get past that guy you have to be this level really to get past that guy. So it's sort of set.
Oh right, yeah. It was already gated, kind
of levels itself out. So it does with it. All the Pokemon games have done that. The other bit of Pokemon news though, which is actually negative towards it, was that buying the DLC pack itself. So the Pokemon RPG games always release in pairs ever since the first one, Red and Blue. Whereas this one was Sword and Shield. So when you were buying the DLC, it wasn't just one DLC. So it wasn't. There was 2 DLCs available, and it wasn't exactly made clear on the Nintendo Store. So people that had Shield bought the Sword one by mistake, and people that had the Sword bought the Shield one by mistake. And a lot of people have tried to get refunds because they're like, oh, I bought the wrong one. Can I please get a refund? Still can buy the other one. And Nintendo simply went, nope.
That's right, yeah. Because remember the controversy about the fact that their store doesn't offer refunds, their online store.
Yes.
What a scummy move! Like, why didn't they just release it as one package and then obviously?
Exactly.
Nintendo are ratbags. No offense to them.
Yeah.
Like, obviously I do like Nintendo and all that stuff, but stuff like that, you just like, come on, boys, stop being dickheads. Like, I mean, you already earned enough money off these poor kids buying these Pokemon toothbrushing apps. Do you think you could cut a brother a bit of slack when he buys their own DLC? Stupid.
Yeah, so I know they've done like a lot of dicky things in all the past and everything, but that one I was particularly like, wow, okay.
Yeah, that is egregious.
Like this, it's not as if they're trying to get away, from, giving you money or anything.
Yeah.
the so yeah. Talking on the subject still of different events and stuff, we have PAX Online has been announced as digital replacement for PAX West and PAX Australia. The all-new digital event will take place in September between the 12th and the 20th. It promises live shows, game reveals, and exclusive hand-on demos and esports tournaments. Now, because this one is later on, they should have more up-to-date trailers and as they're saying demos, because you will have more stuff by then. With it being especially that later on, you might actually get more stuff for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X.
Because they're trying to trickle stuff out. Because the PlayStation it feels like there's been a lot of stuff held back until the PlayStation 5 has been revealed, 100%. And now they can go, we're doing this for it, we're doing that for it. Like the EA conference, they started they showed a little bit from what's it called that you and me both like. That's a fantasy game that's made by BioWare. That's not Mass Effect.
Oh, Dragon
Age.
Yes, they did.
Got that at the end.
They showed
like a little tease of that. A bit like the Skyrim tease. So we'll probably get that by the time we're 60. Yeah. Two hours.
What else? There was one more event this week. It's been a busy week for events. The Upload VR showcase. I'll rhyme through these games because there's so many shown. I've already talked about 2 VR games today, anyway. So they gave us footage of Solaris Off-World Combat, Panther VR, Onward, Wraith the Oblivion, Afterlife, Phantom, Covert Ops, Star Shaman, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, The Rig, Space Team VR, Traffic Jams, Operencia, The Stolen Sun, Area Man Lives, Lawn, Where Angels Meet. I'm only halfway through the list.
And all these
Agents,
Angels Meet.
Agents, Gravity Lab, Trial by Tang, Cosmophobia, Ghost Patrol VR, In Death Unchained, Lo-Fi, Gnomes and Goblins, I Am a Man.
You are indeed.
I am.
I've often said that about you.
Vertigo Remastered, Trooper Saves the Universe, Pistol Whip, The Walking Dead Onslaught. That's 2 Walking Dead ones, and Blasting and Vacation Simulator Back to Job.
Yeah,
which seems like a sequel to Job Simulator, I think.
Have you any of those caught your eye, or were you like, oh yeah, I really want to play that? Or
not really, no.
Apparently the Walking Dead one is brilliant. There's a Saints and Sinners one. Apparently that is groovy. So I
can't remember which one it was though, because there's 2 of them. There's 2 Walking Dead ones, so I had to look back at it again and go, oh crap, which one was that? There's other ones like with VR games. I tend to wait a bit till they're out and see people playing them, because it's really just how you enjoyed actually playing them compared to views of them. So I kind of want to see that first.
Yeah, because they never look as good as when you actually have a VR headset on.
Yeah.
When you watch footage of it, because obviously it's downgraded a bit because they're trying to make a whole world, But I wish they kind of did more. There was a couple of games on the PlayStation where it wasn't necessarily first person, where you're controlling a 3D character in a an area and you can look around. That would be cool. Imagine if they did Witcher 3D and it wasn't like your 3D run around as Geralt, but you could still be in that world and look around. That would be cool because it's like a 3D space. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I wish there was kind of more of that kind of stuff, but it does seem a lot of first person stuff. But that is obviously also good, unless you get motion sickness, which I don't. Sorry.
I don't. I'm fine with it. 2 more bits of news then. So the Xbox Series X talked about their smart delivery system a lot this week and have been plastering advertisements about it everywhere. I don't know if you've got any anywhere, but I've certainly had them on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter.
Maybe they're just targeting you, Scotty.
Oh God, could be. So their smart delivery system will transfer your saved game files across to your Xbox from your Xbox One console. For example, if you have Gears of War 5 for your Xbox One and you get halfway through it, you buy an Xbox Series X, install Gears of War 5 because it's one of those games that can just go straight over to it without paying for it again. You continue your game from where you were playing it on your old console, which I think it's a great feature. It is.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So it means that
it seems like that should be something that's already
a standard feature. Yeah. It should have been, but it wasn't. So yeah.
Because I know, like, if you do like PS Plus, is it they do like you've got a cloud save data.
Yeah.
So you can transfer your data from one console to quite easily, you know. But,
yeah. Well, see, there is that. Like, you can still do that, no problem, on the Xbox One console to Xbox One console. Yeah. But with the next gen of a console, I don't know if you can do that with the PlayStation because that hasn't been said.
Yeah, it's true. Like they've been a bit sketchy on whether or not they're going to do full crossplay for stuff as well. It seems a bit like it's only specific ones that they deem worthy.
Mm-hmm. You had some PS5 news, didn't you?
Oh yeah, about the size of it.
Yeah.
Have you heard this? So, so I heard. I think this is right size wise, right? Apparently the Xbox is apparently about 12 inches big, and then the PS5 is about, I think it's like 17 or 18 inches. So that I saw a picture of a Xbox One X on its side, just standing up, and the PS5 next to it. It looks like a PC tower, like those Alienware, like kind of futuristic looking PCs.
Yeah.
Like one of those. It looked massive. So I don't know, man. It looks.
So here's 12 inches, right? Like there.
I didn't need the ruler. I already do.
So like, how many inches did you say was this console?
I think it's like 18.
18 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell! Right. So you're talking like they're.
I could be wrong. I could be wildly off.
I hear it is to me. I hear like my head's what like. So my head's what 10.5 inches. Jesus. So.
Big boy.
That's a cat. Yeah. That's massive. That's absolutely huge. They'll be standing up like.
Wall size comparison videos next week, listeners. Check in to see.
I'll be going by finger guns next week.
Yeah. I'm glad you upgraded the ruler though in 10 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks flipping massive. But I'll send you a wee snap so we can put up on screen of the size comparison shot.
Oh yeah, do.
If that's real, I believe it is real though. But yeah, it looks really really big. So I don't know. Cyberpunk as well is going to be coming on PS5. Did you hear this news? I just seen this morning. So as well as getting delayed again to November.
Yeah. I know. Well, at the same time, like I did read that announcement, and I kind of went, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because they said they've got the game done and everything, so they do, and they've got it out to journalists, waiting for feedback and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's just for the event they're doing, is it? For the.
Yeah. But they said that there's an absolute shitload of bugs in it that they're just working through, and I'd far rather they fix the bugs.
You don't know no more teeth losing. Yeah. You don't want to release Fallout 76.
No, definitely not.
Because I think they're banking a lot on it because this is the first game they've done that's not The Witcher.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they want it to be.
This is their next big thing, and they don't want it to flop, and it's got that much hype around it that they have to release it absolutely, perfect.
I don't mind either. It's only like a month. I've seen a lot of people on the subreddit were going nuts. I'm gonna cancel my pre-order and blah blah blah. And it's like you'll still buy it. Yeah, when it comes out, you'll buy it. Like
go cancel your pre-order. You buy it next month.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What else are you gonna buy? Nothing. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Like pre-ordering that much in advance as well is a bit stupid.
Yeah.
Like maybe a month before it, unless you get a collector's edition or something.
We did have like PS5 special. So we did like earlier on, like in the week there, which we covered the whole PS5 reveal event and a lot of games and everything for it. But
I was also there.
Yeah, you were. So was JJ. JJ was there too.
Gone but not forgotten.
But one thing we didn't cover though was any sort of tech spec comparison.
Yes, you've had a look at this, haven't you?
Yeah. So like I'd looked at it, PS5 to PS4. So I had, and there's like, it's an obvious, increase in power and capacity and just everything, to do with it, is there. Even the Blu-ray drive, the Blu-ray drive's a 4K, Blu-ray drive compared to just a normal, Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's like a DVD.
Yeah, and it'll also upscale like every 4K player does. There's like external, storage slots on it, but that's exactly the same as the old consoles. There's nothing different there. The expendable storage is far, far greater on it. But when you move then to the actual question, like of PS5 versus Xbox Series X, that's when you start like you're running into, Jesus, what's actually better here? And the thing is, like, I could rhyme off like the two things, comparison, everything out there, but until people actually get their hands on it and test it out, you won't really know what runs better.
Yeah, so until you do until Digital Foundry is doing a comparison of the same games, because exactly. we haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen the same games running on both consoles, have we? Maybe I'm being stupid, but I don't think we have.
No,
there's nothing that's been shown for both.
Nope.
So I mean, Assassin's Creed might be, because I think they're going to release on both. Well, they're trying to release across all platforms, so that might be the first sort of big one where you maybe get a bit more of a sense of that. But the thing is, like, is the difference going to be massive or is it going to be marginal?
I think
to the point where, if you've got one high-end PC and you've got another high-end PC, it's very difficult sometimes to tell the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Like the thing that's really going to be impressive is the loading times on these things.
Yeah,
100%. To do stuff quicker, but like you say, man, until you actually see them running together, like that's the only way you're going to know which is really, really better. And I guess they kind of have to stick, they can't branch out too much because they are dealing with a lot of third parties. So in order to keep them on board, do you know what I mean? Their tech can't be too different,
Yeah, because if you do look at them side by side, like the CPU seems slightly better. It's slightly better on the Xbox Series X. So it's slightly more powerful. You've got 3.5 gigahertz on the PS5. You get 3.6 on the Series X. The GPU, you have 10.28 teraflops on the PS4. You have 12 teraflops on the Series X. So power wise, the Xbox is more powerful. So it's and like they did boast quite a while ago that it was going to be the most powerful console ever, and it is.
Yeah.
It's not going to get beat for quite a while until you get like a PS5 Pro or a Xbox Series XS or X Plus or whatever they're going to call it now.
I hate the
internal storage. PS5 has a custom 825 gigabyte solid state drive, and the Xbox Series X has a 1 terabyte custom NVMe solid state drive.
Yeah, this is I think the difference between the two, which could go either way for both the consoles, right? Because Xbox are saying that they're going to have basically memory cards. So you have to buy memory cards to upgrade the amount of data or storage you can have on the console, right?
Yeah.
And then Sony has said they're doing the same, but the you can't at launch. You won't be able to get an SSD hard drive that is compatible to the PlayStation because they haven't released yet, right? So on one hand, I'm like, okay, Xbox is obviously doing something better there, but at the same time, does that mean that you're going to be stuck having to buy the Xbox memory if you want to upgrade your Xbox? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I think so.
Like, whereas
the PlayStation one, there'll always be bootleg ones.
I know, but can you trust that?
It's like buying an official Xbox controller and a Mad Cat controller. What's better?
Mad Cat storage.
Mad Cat storage burns out. The only thing is you're not going to have to buy that straight away. Well, very likely you're not going to have to buy that straight away because your whole hard drive isn't going to be full straight away. Whereas like I have a 2 terabyte drive. externally onto my Xbox, and I have a 1 terabyte one onto a PS4.
Yeah.
Because I've got that many games on them that it just needed to, and I don't want to uninstall them because I go back to them again.
Mm.
Yeah, but
Yeah, in terms of the amount of games you can buy for these consoles, unless they're doing massive, backwards compatibility stuff with them, you don't really need it. No, totally. And then because it's SSD as well, they shouldn't take up as much space. That's right.
No, in theory. In theory. SSD drives are far more, they're far better. So they are for the consoles. They always should have been SSD.
And apparently it's because a lot of modern games, the reason they're so big, like Call of Duty and stuff, is because there's a lot of replication going on, because of the way the hard disk is made up. So in order to access the information, rather than having to go, I think this is right. This could obviously be complete twaddle, so you tell me. Rather than having to go through like all the data, it just it replicates that same data, so it runs quicker. Does that make sense? I think that's right, isn't it? Yeah. So that's with the SSD. They're saying that will eliminate, I guess, a lot of this bloat that you get with these, massive. It's like some of the, especially Call of Duty, some of the like update files and stuff.
Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
Hell, another 100 gigs. Like, what's this for?
It also really annoys me that the PlayStation and the Xbox don't even detect that there's an update, so you go into that game.
Yeah, I know.
And then there's an update. And you're like, what the fuck? I was like, is that something that was planned by fucking Activision?
It's just to wind you up. That's what it is. Fill up your memory and piss you off.
Oh, so annoying.
I don't know how balls by. But yeah, no, it doesn't seem like there's a hell of a lot of difference. Like you say, man, I think it's going to come down to games.
Yeah, it is.
This really generation and power, And I think July we've got still got the Xbox reveal of stuff. So
I'm looking forward to that. You got the July Xbox stuff. You've got Pokemon are coming back again. They're doing another event on the 24th. Don't know why.
Oh, Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon again. So I don't know if it's new stuff or don't know.
Nintendo just like, oh shit, we've got nothing. What have we got? Just keep firing Pokemon. People will forget the fact that we're not releasing a new console. It's fine.
So I think that's all the news we'll have. So there's
just a sidebar. I know I'm kind of pushed for time, but just wondering. See, with the Nintendo, do you think because the Xbox and the PlayStation are making such like graphical leaps to a certain degree? I know it doesn't look that big at the moment, but a couple years down the line, like most games consoles, they tend to get better as they go on, right? And you've got like ray tracing and stuff like this, right? And at the moment, Nintendo's in kind of a sweet spot because their tech can sort of run like 360 sort of PS3 looking games, and you've got downgraded like PS4 and Xbox games, right?
Yep.
But with the next wave, are they going to be at a disadvantage because their tech won't be able to run these like downgraded next gen games as well?
Nintendo have always marched to their own beat, so they have they've got that many their own titles that they can easily survive.
People so loyal, I guess.
Exactly. And they made an announcement that they have no intention of a new console anytime soon. They said the Switch is not even halfway through its console life yet.
Yeah, Switch is great. Like I do love.
I like it. There's stuff. Yeah. There is stuff I play on it.
But I wonder for the next like 5 years down the line, 4 years down the line, or whatever. I mean, like remember the Nintendo Wii? That didn't. Not the Wii. Sorry, was it the Wii that came?
No, it was the Wii U.
The Wii U, yeah, like the Wii U didn't.
It was horrible.
And then I had a Wii U. Like
even their own like ISPs that they had weren't great on the Wii U.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. They're gonna have to. I don't know. Will they try and upgrade themselves more than they? Like they don't really want to, but they might have to.
Well, talking of the Switch, as we move on to what games are coming out this week, dominated by the Switch.
Yet again.
Yes, yet again. So you got
the Switch new release channel that we've always wanted to be.
So on the 23rd of June, you have what we've already talked about in our previous podcast: SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, rehydrated. So it comes out in the PC, PS4, Xbox, and Switch. On June 24th, you have Ninjala coming out for the Switch.
Ninjala Lawson.
Don't know. Could be a cooking one. Maybe it's like that. Maybe it's like that Talk Coffee, except it's like with ninjas and Nigella Lawson. Then you have Blair Witch coming out for the Switch.
Cool.
Which has been out for the other consoles already.
Yeah, that's good.
Borderlands 3, Bounty of Blood DLC, coming out for PC, PS4, and Xbox on the 25th. Cool. There's DLC for Control, the Foundation. It's nice. Coming out. Control's pretty good. Yeah, it is. I was surprised. Like, it was a good game. Yeah. It's coming out 25th. What else on the 25th? Hunting Simulator 2, which you were talking about before.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yep. It's out on the 25th.
Get your fleeces, boys. Get your hiking boots out. It's coming back.
It's at the PS4 and Xbox One. Mr. Driller Drillland. So the one you were dying for. It's out the PS, or not PS, sorry. The PC and Switch as well.
Oh, thank God. That's what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, so that's all we got coming out next week.
Cool, it's a quiet week. It's going to be quiet, I think, next week. Well, I think until...
Yeah, well, until the next sort of events all kick off again. It's been a very busy week for news, because we were originally planning for this show here to go down to half an hour, but I see it's gone on over an hour now.
So I got carried away talking about games. Yeah. Just get too excited. No time to talk about Baldur's World 3, like, is it? Or Baldur's Gate 3?
There is. Oh yeah.
Yes,
go for it.
Right, just fire it in there very quickly, right? So, did you ever play any of the oldest Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
So Baldur's Gate 3, they did like an hour reveal with the main man from Larian Studios, Sven. And do you know much about Larian Studios, do you?
Yes.
Like, I love that guy. He's just enthusiasm. Do you know what I mean? He just seems like a nice dude. He just loves what he does, and I'm like, yes, lad, I'm all in. But the big reveal, they did like an hour play session of it. It looks class. Like, did you ever play Divinity: Original Sin 2?
Yeah. I've got one of them downloaded there at the moment. I think was one of them on Game Pass or something.
Might have been. Maybe I know Pillars of Eternity is on Game Pass. I don't know.
Sorry, it was Pillars of Eternity I've downloaded there.
Yeah. So like Divinity: Original Sin 2. If you haven't played it, check it out. It's like I'm not really a massive fan of CRPGs, right? But Divinity's so good. Like, I've just put hundreds of hours into that game because it's so brilliant. Anyway, they're coming back and they've got Baldur's Gate 3. It looks amazing. Like, they're doing a whole, like, the camera looks far better. We are almost kind of behind the dude. It's like the Dragon Age that people have been kind of wanting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like what people have been kind of hoping Dragon Age would become. Like, like, just in terms of the choices you can do with the characters and just the feel of it. Like, it's got turn-based combat, but like, I'm not a massive fan of turn-based combat, but it's amazing. Like in Divinity, it's amazing. So hopefully they're going to improve on that. So yeah, just doing it for that, man. Just thought I'd throw it out there in case anybody wants to check it out.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
There was the whole piece. There was a whole PC show as well this week, which we haven't really touched on. But we both haven't really had a chance to look at
games. Do you want some more games? Games.
There's just so much out this week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Games wise.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff probably slipped through the net. Maybe some good stuff will come later on. But with PC games, it's like, oh, this is coming out, and then when? It's like Star Citizen. Do you know what I mean? I got announced when I was about 3. Still in the beta. Still waiting. So yeah, cool, nice.
Yeah, so I think that's us then for this week.
Yeah, it's pretty much us, man. Yeah, nice.
We've covered all the news. We've covered new releases. We've talked about what we're playing. We might actually do a bit of recording on what do you call it? Forgot the name of it again.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Mine is in space.
I was going for Battlestar Galactic. That's not it. Deep Rock Galactic.
Deep Rock Galactic, yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, definitely. We should do some of that.
Yeah, we'll do a bit of recording on that.
Or just get pwned again with those.
Oh yeah.
That was terrible. Sorry about that, mate.
But then there was that glitch as well. Remember, like the first time we played it?
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah. I had a big flag behind me.
Yeah. So like when Hussein was like walking about like all over the place, his shadow was casting a wall. so I couldn't see just anything if he was standing beside me.
This is in real life, not in the game, obviously.
Just gotta. It's good. But yeah, we'll probably get the recording out a wee bit.
Grounded as well.
Yeah. You played Grounded.
I played Grounded, the wee demo of it. Check it out. It's if you sign up to Xbox, can't remember. There's some program that on Xbox Insider. Yeah, it's free to sign up to, and then they've got a demo. I think it's only to the 22nd, so it might be. I don't know how much longer is left. 30 minutes. It was great, fantastic, great survival game. It looks. I can't wait for that. Out in July, I think. Start of July, maybe. Yeah, it's gonna be tops. I'm gonna be sinking some hours into that. I can tell you what, son. Fighting spiders. I came across the spiders. There's a mode you can turn off the spiders so they're not scary. But then I was like, I'll try finding these boys, and then I found them. I was like, oh man, now they are terrifying. They're massive. If you don't like it,
terrifying.
Yeah. Even the mites in that game are giving me jip. There's these mite things. I was trying to stab them with my spear, ended up throwing it by mistake. But that's brilliant. Beast, check it out, bro. I don't work for Obsidian. I'm just letting you know.
Said I love Obsidian games. They're great.
Yeah, they are great, man. They're just pumping out the good stuff. So I can't wait to see what they've got next planned for the next generation of stuff. Now they've got Microsoft buying them, they'll get some money. Hopefully they go full force with some stuff. So they're cool. I know a lot of people probably go, "Nah, that'd be a terrible idea," but I'd love to see Pillars of Eternity done in a Skyrim style.
Oh, it could be good.
You know what I mean? Because they've got they could use the engine from that other game, the Outer Worlds. They could use that engine maybe.
Yeah.
Beef it up a bit more. Like Fantasy II, boom, I'm ready to go, babe.
I'm all over. See if you can get me like Outer Worlds and a fantasy setting, I'd be all over that.
Yeah, totally, man. Yeah. Let's give Microsoft a big giveaway, right?
Microsoft, will you just take on Elder Scrolls? Just beat them. Couldn't be that hard. They're sinking all their money into this online thing.
Now, apparently Skyrim's coming out in the next 40 years. I said 40 to 50 years. We should see the next Skyrim. So very exciting times, guys.
The next Skyrim. We'll see the next Skyrim, not the next Elder Scrolls. It'll be. They'll still be pumping out Skyrim in 50 years time.
Yeah. Apparently, there's gonna be a new iteration coming out for my face. Can't wait to play it.
Right, so while we dream of a new Elder Scrolls and think of when the next Skyrim will be out and for what console that'll be for, it'll be for the PS5 and Xbox One.
Oh, I hope so.
Xbox Series X Skyrim edition.
I haven't played that game enough.
While we could only dream of that on launch day. We'll see you all next week.